Welcome to This Week of Four Horsemen, where we are in command of the Orville. This is Captain Ron Mercer, and I am his first officer and ex-wife, Ryan Grayson.
No, you're not.
Well, I mean, I think, honestly, we're going to get back together. Maybe not in Season 1, but by the end of Season 2, I think you and I will be shacking up.
Don't count on it.
Okay.
There's way too many blue dudes that come in here.
Rob Lowe. So, Captain, what is This Week of Four Horsemen?
This Week of Four Horsemen, it is me and Ryan talking for a little while about some cool stuff that's coming up this week. Stuff last week.
Read the card.
Read the card. Oh, there it is. We're going to discuss upcoming events, some sales, promotion, other nerdy events here in Morgantown.
Yes, and we're going to start off every week like we do with a giveaway.
Give stuff away.
Yes, so we're going to be at Still City Con in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania this weekend. And I will have a $25 gift certificate in my pocket. First person to come up and quote Han Solo to me gets it.
Note to self.
Not you. And
I got it. Don't even bother, guys.
And, of course, you can use that at our booth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course. So, comics.
Yeah. Got some comics this week? Yeah, what's coming out first?
Barbarella.
Barbarella. Look
Let
at
you
that.
take that one.
That's Barbarella.
It's a new Barbarella
Wow.
series. Issue 1 comes out tomorrow.
We have like a million.
We have like 8
variants.
different
Yeah.
covers. Yeah. So come in
real
and
good covers.
sift through the Barbarellas.
If you're a Barbarella fan, come check them out. Even if you're not a Barbarella fan.
Yeah, probably flip through them.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
Got some new DC stuff coming out.
Yeah, so
this.
Batman and Ninja Turtles had a crossover a while ago, and it was so successful that it got a sequel. So this is Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, issue 1.
It's got Bane.
Apparently.
Bane?
And I'm guessing that's Damian Wayne.
Probably.
Probably.
The sword.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got the sword, yeah.
Well, Turtles, they got swords.
Yeah, they do. Well, I mean, Leo does.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Cool.
Moving on. Klaus.
Marvel Klaus. We have got what is this? It is like how did Caleb say it? Barbarian
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And he fights Krampus.
He fights a Krampus.
So if you need to get in the holiday mood, you're looking for something to crinkle your jingles, then check out Klaus in the Crisis in Xmasville.
He has a giant sword he pulls out of his
Sack.
Christmas bag. Yeah, his Christmas sack.
His Christmas sack. And then, of course, we have Rocco's Modern Life. The Rugrats comic was so successful. Yeah. This is the next one coming off the docket. So, fun fact, I was only ever barred from watching 2 television shows in my household as a child.
This was one of them?
Family Guy.
Oh, yeah.
And Rocco's Modern Life.
What was wrong with Rocco? That was great.
I think it wasn't so much that the content was bad. I think it just gave my dad like the shivers.
Weirded him out.
And looking back on it, I don't completely blame him.
Now, I always got Rocco and Courage.
Rocco.
And I love Rocco and I love Courage.
Courage is a great show, yeah. I want to retire at a house just like Courage had.
Yeah.
Just
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, with no one there. Yeah, so check that one out. We have a variant that we will show you maybe sometime. That's one of the coolest variants I've ever seen.
Yeah.
New issue of Darth Vader is out where he is fighting Order 66 survivor Joe Castanew. That's right. The Jedi librarian. No, she holds.
Does she shush him in this? Please tell me she does.
Well, they haven't, like, in the previous issue, they had not yet met. Like, they're, like, on their way to meet each other.
You know, in the opening of Ghostbusters, I wonder if that's her ghost.
The new Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
In the old...
They're a librarian,
Yeah. I mean, it was a long time ago. Yeah. So, it certainly could be.
So he's fighting Jocasta New.
Yeah.
That's what we were going.
And, of course, we're on to Walking Dead. It's the first week of the month, and, like, that means pay your bills and read the new Walking Dead.
Yep.
And this one's all about Negan.
Yeah. Looks like he's all alone.
He is alone.
He's cooking something.
And those people who have been following the comics will know he is, even without Lucille.
Ooh.
It's just him, his M16, and that rat he's cooking.
Looks delicious.
Yeah. I could eat... Never mind. Let's say that.
Moving on.
So we're going to talk about our weekly events.
Yep.
This is a brief overview of the events we hold every week here at Horsemen Comics and Gaming. For any information on these events, go to facebook.com and click on the events tab.
Yep. Normally start with D&D, but we are not going to have any D&D encounters this week.
Yes, both of our DMs are busy.
Yep. We are going to have Modern at 6:30, HeroClix at 6:45.
And this is, of course, on Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
Yes, and then on Thursday, we have Commander from 5 to close and X-Wing from 6 to close.
Friday, we're kicking off an unstable draft at 6, F&M Modern at 6:30. It's going to be, all the tables are going to be like one leg shorter than the other, so all going to be unstable. Friday Night Pokemon also at 6:30.
Yep, and then on Saturday, we have the Showdown at 6 o'clock.
Free event. Come and get free stuff. Sunday, we got Pokemon League from 1, starting at 1, and Commander from open to close.
Yes. And we want to give a shout out to last week.
Last week we had a Pokemon League Cup. Had a ton of people come out. Had a
like
really great
more
time.
than 30. Like
we
a lot
had
of people.
36, 37.
Yeah.
There was a lot. Had a really good time.
Yeah. Hey, look, there they are. There's all those
full
people.
Crowd. Yep.
I recognize a few people. I see Jason White. I see
White.
Ray Lemansky.
Yep. We did a couple giveaways.
I see Brandon Horn. I see
Brandon
Drake
Horn.
Lemansky. Speaking of Brandon Horn,
there he is.
He won our Charizard raffle.
Yes.
The frame set of Charmander,
Evolutions.
Charmeleon, and Charizard.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was really sweet.
Pretty cool. It had its over $100 value on that thing, right?
And he's real happy.
And there's Josh Shen.
Yep.
All right, moving on. We have a HeroClix set release this week. The Star Trek away team.
So, fun fact: this set
is landing.
It is. Yes. That's terrible.
No, it's perfect.
Energizing.
What other joke would you make?
True, yeah, that's all we can do. This set has already sold out at the distributor level. These are all gone. So if you want some, come in and grab them.
Yeah, and we're having a Reselect event this Wednesday at 6:45. It's $25 to play. You get 2 packs for your sealed. There is a possibility of mulligan packs. Yep. But maybe not as many as normal?
Yeah, we might need to limit some of those because we are getting a limited number of these, and for whatever reason, like I said, they're gone at the distributors.
And mulligan packs, if you don't play HeroClix, this may sound crazy if you play Magic, but if you open up a pack that you don't like, you can buy another one.
Throw it out and get another one.
Yes. See, to me, a Magic player, that sounds crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's like deck building would take an hour and a half because everybody would be like, no, give me another pack.
Want this?
We'd sell a lot though.
We would.
Maybe we should do one event. Just try one event like
that. Mulligan.
All right, moving on. All right,
speaking of packs, we still have some iconic masters. We have a few boxes left, some packs.
Yes, but before that, we have Magic the Gathering Unstable releasing this Friday. We do have drafts this Friday at 6, Saturday at 6:30, and what I'm super excited for, but I can't play in, Ron, that was on camera. No risking it! We have a 2-headed giant sealed event this Sunday at 1 o'clock.
We're going to have to get somebody to film this.
Yeah, that's going to be
amazing.
We're going to have to do another one that you and I can be at.
We are.
Because that's going to be so much fun.
I really want to draft this.
Yeah.
I just think it's just off the hook.
It's just unstable.
It is very unstable.
Yeah, it's just so much fun. I'm just... And of course, if you haven't been watching the show, you don't know what it is. Unstable is the silver bordered Magic cards. They're basically joke cards. Like, all right, I cast this. Now you go buy me a drink.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, here's $1 fix.
Somebody told me one of the ones that there's some kind of effect, some kind of card where it stays in effect as long as your head stays on the table.
Yeah, there's so you when
awesome.
the creature comes into play, you have to put your head on the table.
Yeah, and it stays there.
And if you lift your head, your creature dies.
Yeah.
There's one called Working Stiff where it says if you bend your elbows, you sacrifice the creature. So you're like, I cast the spell.
Awesome.
All right. Moving on, like Ron mentioned, Iconic Masters is still in stock.
Awesome. Yep.
Here for the holiday season. Stuff your stockings with Iconic Masters packs.
Okay. Yes, that too.
And of course, our Child's Play event has been moved to the weekend of the 20th of January.
Yep.
We have lots of events planning. We just came up with a couple of new ones in our staff meeting that we just ditched, which is still happening
they're still going
without
on.
us. So you can look forward to more information on that.
Yep. It's coming up soon. All right, so Steel City Con this weekend. We're going to be up there finally. I've been looking forward to this for so long.
You want to come because we like to make deals.
Yeah.
We mark things down. I'm like, oh, okay, at the store this is $60. Now it's 40. Like, and when he's not at the table, I do even better deals. Like, Ron went to the bathroom. All right, this is 60. All right, it's $30. $30. So
everything you carry for $5.
Yeah. Here's a bag. You buy the bag for $20, and then I close my eyes for 2 minutes. So you definitely want to come check it out. Even aside from us being there, there's lots of cool guests. The guys who played George and George's brother, Fred
from
Harry Potter. They're going to be there. A couple
Some
actors
of the-
from Walking Dead,
Biff from Back to the Future.
Biff from Back to the Future, Data, Geordie LaForge, and Will Riker from Star Trek: The Next Generation are going to be there. They have two of the kids from A Christmas Story who are going to be there. Like,
there's going to be a lot of people out. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
It's going to be a heck of a time.
Yeah,
you should come.
Be there.
I feel like I don't have anything else to say about this.
Good.
All right, so moving on to my favorite segment, your favorite. Yeah. If you've been following us this week in Star Wars, we're doing a little bit of a reading list to get prepared for The Last Jedi, which is 9 days away.
9.
I can't believe it's.
We're going to start giving away tickets real soon.
Next week. Oh my gosh. So this is one to read. This is Star Wars Bloodline by Claudia Gray, who is just like everything she touches related to Star Wars, and particularly Leia, is just absolute gold. I swear, this woman lives inside of Leia Organa's head, and I know that she's fictional, but
she's still there.
I swear, she jumped into a book like Page Master style, and like had like a week retreat with Leia. It was just like, tell me your story.
You made a Page Master reference just now.
So, Christopher Lloyd, man, Macaulay Culkin, that's good stuff.
Such a bad movie. I'm not a Page Master fan.
It could be a bad movie and you can still enjoy it.
It's true.
All right. So, anyways, this is the story. This takes place in between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. It's about Leia as a senator in the New Republic, and it actually has a lot to do with politics, but it is rather exciting. It deals mostly with her uncovering the First Order and discovering what they are and what they are about. And also, the point of why it's called Bloodline is the fact that she and Luke are the son and daughter of Darth Vader is not public knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the only people who are aware of it are the two of them and one Mr. Han Solo.
Yeah.
And this
loose lips.
This is kind of about that knowledge coming to the public's forefront, and the scandal. I mean, it's something you never thought about.
Yeah.
But Princess Leia is like the most beloved political figure in the galaxy, and Darth Vader's like the most hated, except for maybe Palpatine.
Yeah.
And
now all of a sudden, oh, by the way, that's
dad. He's my dad.
He's kind of my dad.
It deals with that.
That's really cool.
And then after that, she like discovers the First Order, and she's like trying to be like, hey, New Republic, there's this thing called the First Order, and they're like, nah.
Yeah, they're like, you're still.
So then it kind of establishes like why she has to have the resistance that's separate from the New Republic, and it kind of explains like, because at the beginning of Force Awakens, you're like, the First Order is coming, and there's a New Republic, but the New Republic isn't fighting them. But there is a resistance, which is an ally of the New Republic, and it's just like it kind of unconfuses everything.
That's really cool.
And it's just one of the best books from the new canon. It's really great. And moving on, Poe Dameron. So the Poe Dameron Marvel Star Wars series, which is still running, takes place after this, and it kind of shows. It even fleshes out the First Order even more. So it's not just like this gray area that you don't understand who the First Order is. It's not just slapping this bad guy label on them. You really understand who they are, what they're doing, and this is the Poe Dameron comic will probably take it up to the first scene of Force Awakens by the time that it ends.
That's awesome.
So if you really want to get your mind wrapped around the events that are going on in a galaxy far, far away, I highly recommend Star Wars Bloodline and Star Wars...
Poe Dameron.
Poe Dameron? He's alive?
You're alive?
Oh, and Canto Bite came out today, so check that out. No, we're not going to talk about it. All right, so we have a Horseman of the Week.
Oh, we do have a Horseman of the Week.
And it purely, we just wanted to share this information
this is fantastic.
With the world. The Morgantown Mall has a new employee.
New Santa. Oh. Should we have somebody call in who can identify that Santa?
This is Tyler Claus.
This is Tyler Claus.
Yeah, this is
that's fantastic.
Four Horsemen's own Tyler Claypool is now being a Santa's helper.
He is.
He is helping out since Santa cannot come to every mall.
Yep.
He is going to be one of the generous people who's donating his time to be a helper.
Yeah. Thank you, Turtle.
And we wanted to shout that out and make sure everyone knew about it.
He has a nice looking beard. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's not real.
I know, but it looks really good.
All right. I can't wait for a kid to pull it off. So moving on, we have something that we're going to be doing that I am super excited about.
What is a horsey?
The last episode of 2017, the three of us, Ron and Alex, myself, we are going to be presenting, we're probably going to go a little long, the Horsies.
This is going to be great.
It's the the Four Horsemen
We've
annual award show, where through Facebook, the community will nominate titles that they feel are the best movie, the best board game, the best comic book, or the best community member, the best staff member, and then our panel will choose winners, and we're gonna do a whole thing where
envelopes.
Yeah, we're gonna have envelopes. We're gonna have all the nominations up on the screen, and the horsey for the best movie of 2017 goes to, this doesn't say Star Wars, to Star Wars. So you can look forward to that. That will be the last Tuesday of 2017.
Thank goodness.
More information to come.
Goodbye, 2017.
Isn't that Christmas? Or is it the day after?
It's the day after Christmas, the 26th.
26th.
So yes, December the 26th. Because Christmas, how big a bummer is it Christmas is on a Monday?
Yeah, that's
what does Garfield do like on that day?
Eats lasagna.
All right, so last week for the Four Horsemen mailbag, we took a question that asked Ron and I if we preferred the Orville or Star Trek Discovery, and we decided that we were going to take it, go a little deep, and so we have these 6 different categories that we are going to debate on, and one of us is going to take the stance of the Orville, and the other is going to take Discovery. And we haven't decided on either of those, so we're going to decide that right now. And then we're just going to take each of these topics one at a time and just kind of yell at each other for a little bit.
All right, you're wrong. Immediately wrong.
So if I'm wrong, then I'm calling Orville then.
You're going to do Orville?
I
can back up Star Trek.
Okay. All right.
I've been around Star Trek
okay,
a
so
long time.
just a little background. If you're in any of like the Star Trek social media pages, there is this blood war going on between fans of these 2 different series to determine which is the better heir to the legacy that is Star Trek. And some people might say that we're taking ourselves and Star Trek a little too seriously, and I say, well, you know what, you just go back to your fulfilling job and your fulfilling life, and you just leave this to us.
We got this.
So our first topic is of course captains. And on the left, we have the one Ed Mercer, played by, of course, Seth MacFarlane on the Orville.
That's the one you're going to back.
Yeah, and
that's the guy that you're going to put your.
We're not done.
All right.
And then on the right, we have Gabriel Lorca, played by the wonderful Isaac.
I don't know what it is.
I just blank.
Just Isaac.
Hayes.
Isaac Hayes. I'm not Isaac Hayes. He got us.
He got us. All right, so the way this is going to work is you are going.
Timer?
Yeah, I have the timer,
right.
And you are going to get 60 seconds to explain your case for Lorca. I'm going to get 60 seconds for Mercer.
Yep.
You'll have a 30-second rebuttal. I'll have a 30-second rebuttal.
All right. So what am I? I'm just defending why Gabriel is far superior to.
So what you can do is you can attack. You can say what you like about Lorca.
Okay.
You can attack Ed. You
Okay.
get whatever you can do to further your argument without using reason or logic, because that's not what we're here for. No,
that's 60 minutes.
No, I know what I'm doing. There, 1.
All right.
And go.
All right. So you have on one side you have Ed, who was picked because he was the only one that was left. They were trying to find anybody else that could take a ship, and they gave it to this guy. Then you've got Gabriel, who is the captain of the only prototype ship that is single-handedly turning the tides.
There will be spoilers.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
So if you don't want it, there's spoil killer. All right.
Turn off. All right. So we have Gabriel and we have Ed. Now, while I think Ed is probably more of a realistic presentation of a human being in space, that sounded real good. I still think that Gabriel is a far superior captain over Ed. And look, I still got 22 seconds.
Okay, that's fair, but I hate you, and this is why. You cannot trust Gabriel Lorca. You can't talk during this. So if you're caught up with Star Trek Discovery, that last episode, he totally put in those coordinates to send them there on purpose. He has his own agenda. He's not. His views are not aligned with the Federation. They're not aligned with the whatever the thing is called, the people who do the thing, the Star Trek people. the Star Trek people. He's untrustworthy. Ed Mercer is a man's man. He's a man of the people. When he's off on a mission, he's looking, as Kelly said in the most recent episode, he's looking at a problem from all sides. And you know that he's going to use reason and deduction to find the best solution to that problem. Whatever Lorca does, he's just furthering his own agenda.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So all these problems.
Now hold on. You have a 30-second rebuttal. Yeah.
So all these problems that Ed is looking at, like when he used Rob Lowe to make two warring, opposing tribes fall in love with each other to solve a blood feud that has been happening for generations. That was a great idea. Gabriel is trying his best to stop this war at whatever cost. He is making real hard decisions that nobody else has the balls to do. Can I say balls?
Well, you already did.
I just said balls.
All right. So my 30-second rebuttal is, first, you can't bring up Rob Lowe. Because every person has a dark chapter from college that involves Rob Lowe. That's a low blow. and the thing about, Gabriel's trying to stop the war at any cost. But what if the cost is his own humanity? Starfleet. That's the Star Trek people. And Starfleet personnel and officers especially have to hold themselves to a higher standard, and Captain Lorca does not do that.
Okay.
All right. And now we have to move on.
Yep.
All right, to our second topic. So first, officers. On the left, we have the beautiful, the talented, the intelligent...
Saru.
That's the right.
He's very beautiful.
Kelly Grayson.
She's
and
right.
Then we got that guy, okay. Saru, on the left. Even in the picture here, you see him staring at him. All right. So you have 1 minute.
Ganglia.
You have 1 minute on Saru. Go.
Saru. I don't really like Saru that much. Sorry, Saru. All right, but I gotta back Saru somehow. All right, nice things. I don't have anything for Saru. I don't like his whole backstory. We were bred to sense death. What? That would never work. All right, so Kelly is. How do I attack Kelly?
You can't. She's perfect.
I can. I don't think that she was under the influence of, again, Rob Lowe. I think she did it on purpose. I think, yes, Kelly is untrustworthy. Kelly is very untrustworthy because, they tried to give her the out with the whole in heat thing. I'm not buying it. Now, Saru, on the other hand, he tries to uphold all of the morals and all the values of Star Trek. He even tried to go up against Michael Burnham. Ooh, wait, what? I'm getting on off air. Up, my time's up though. What do you got?
Okay, so
Rob Lowe.
Stop bringing up Rob Lowe. I'll get to that in my rebuttal. Kelly Grayson is perfect. Everything she does. It's like basically, that scene from Big where they walk on the piano?
Yeah.
It's basically, she's walking on a piano all the time and she just plays this classical music whenever she walks into the room. She's like, whatever decision you have, I know it's just going to be the right one. And Saru, his threat ganglia, right now, wherever they are, his threat ganglia are doing the hokey pokey because he knows Kelly Grayson is the superior first officer. And okay, so relationships. How many conversations has the Orville in 8 episodes? How many conversations between Ed and Kelly has it shown? 20. They are always together, on the problem, hashing it out. How many times has it shown Lorca and Saru in the same room? Not at all ever. They never talk to each other. That's because Lorca has an agenda. All right. You have 30 seconds for rebuttal.
Yeah, Ed talked to the Admiral. Wait, what? Oh yeah. Kelly was going around behind her captain's back, talking to the Admiral.
Wasn't a captain.
Whatever. I don't know. I'm being helped off screen.
15 seconds.
Yeah, the captain doesn't need to talk with Saru. Saru is there in a support role. The captain is doing what the captain should be doing, making his own decisions, not based off of his trolled ex-wife.
All right, I have 30-second rebuttal. You said that that Saru's there in a support role, but we have not seen, literally in the 9 episodes or whatever, we have not seen a one-on-one conversation between Lorca and Saru once, I don't think.
I haven't kept track.
Other than him giving him orders on the bridge. There's no, Mr. Saru, can I see you in my ready room? I'd like to run this off you. There's none of this Janeway and Indian guy and Chakotay. Hey, like, we need to present United Front.
That is a good Janeway. There's coffee in the nebula.
All right, so we're done. All right, first off, we're moving on to the science officers. So we have, of course, our protagonist, Michael Burnham, for STD Star Trek Discovery. Have you never realized that?
Yeah.
And then we have Isaac.
What's his face? Yeah.
All right, so you have 60 seconds on Michael Burnham.
All right, so let's start with Isaac first. Is that actually a reject from a Doctor Who episode? He looks like a reject from, I swear, one of the early episodes of Doctor Who. Michael Burnham, however, look at that. That is a picture-perfect example of a Starfleet officer. She might have screwed up. She might have caused a little tiny war, a little issue. She only killed one Klingon. Who would have thought they'd have lost their shit? Sorry. So, I think that Michael Burnham she's trying to make amends. She's really doing the right thing. And Isaac, what is his deal? Why is he there? If he's like the supercomputer Data kind of thing, I can't even begin to compare him with Data. At least Data, as an android, has a little bit of a personality. Isaac literally walks around like he's got a board stuck up his ass. Sorry, I can't do that.
Okay, 30 seconds or 60 seconds. Michael Burnham is the entire reason that this war with the Klingons is happening. Literally, thousands of people, both members of the Federation and the Klingon Empire, have died because of her actions and her actions alone. And what has Isaac started? The only thing you can pin on Isaac is that Lieutenant Malloy can't have a bridge cat. That's it. And also, he's a part of the Kaelon Empire, and Kaelons are superior to bio life forms in every way, and you know that because they say that all the time.
But
no, this is my 60 seconds.
Okay,
you get your 30-second rebuttal, but honest, I don't need any more time. Kaelons are superior to humans, and Michael Burnham is a human. Drop mic. Done. All right, you get your 60 seconds.
30.
Yeah, you get your 30. All right, go.
So while Rob Lowe wasn't in this, but he needs to be, Isaac, he couldn't even babysit 2 kids. Not very well. He damn near killed one of them. Just hold that thought. And Michael Burnham, it was not her fault. That was an absolute accident. She did not mean to kill that dude. And I think that had that not happened, now I actually was on board for her trying to overtake the ship and blow the crap out of it, because I think that was the appropriate response based on all the information she had at the time. She couldn't get that information to anybody else.
All right, you went 6 seconds over. All right, stop bringing up Rob Lowe. Everybody had a Rob Lowe thing in college. You just gotta let it go. And Isaac took beautiful care of those children. So much so, no, you're not allowed to talk during my rebuttal. So much so that the doctor wants to hook up with him now. Like, that's a thing that's happening. And neither of those kids are dead. He brought them both back alive, and they both love him. In the most recent episode, they tag along with him while he's doing his work. 3, 2, 1, Isaac. Boom. All right, we're moving on. We gotta move. All right,
with the Jello thing.
All right, so security chiefs. We have Alara Katan on the left, and then Lieutenant Ash Tyler on the right. I cannot wait to lay into Ash Tyler, but unfortunately, you're going first. 60 seconds, go.
Listen, would you open this jar of pickles for me? That's what Alara has going for her. She can lift really big, heavy things, and she can open jars of pickles. Good job, Alara. However, Ash Tyler has seen some stuff, and he is the pinnacle of security as far as Starfleet goes. I don't know what else I can say.
Are you forfeiting your time?
Always afraid of fire.
Yeah, she's afraid of fire. A little bit of fire. On a starship, the thing catches fire every single week. How is she going to operate? Just let it go. Thank God Rob Lowe isn't flammable. That's all I got. You couldn't find a better picture? He's like drinking a
That dude's a Klingon!
He's totally not a Klingon.
He's a Klingon! He's Bach!
He's not a Klingon.
He is so a Klingon. They changed his face. They did it in the original series. They did it in this one. That dude is not even a Starfleet officer. He's a Klingon spy, man. It's for real. And Alara, she is so cool. She's just like... She's like 17 years old, and she's the head of a department, man. And the only reason that you're saying all this is because you're threatened by a woman of that strength. That's the only reason you're saying that. While Ash Tyler was rotting in a Klingon cell and getting abused by the captain of that ship, she's out there every day solving problems for Captain Mercer. Yeah. Opening doors. She opens. You're not allowed to talk. She is by far the superior security officer.
Okay, how does a security officer... security officer, like the pinnacle of security officers, lock themselves in a holodeck and not even know that they did it? I don't think so. And he cannot be a Klingon spy because he was taken advantage of by the other... I mean, that was a legitimate freak out whenever he figured out who that...
He's a Klingon apologist. He's a Klingon apologist.
That was from the heart. And no, he is not a spy anything.
He is a spy.
No,
and I will make you an on-air bet right now that guy is a Klingon.
There's something with him, but he's not a spy. Okay. There's no way. On-air bet.
No, he is a Klingon.
There's no way he's a Klingon.
He's okay. I will work if he is not a Klingon, I will work a Saturday for free. If he is a Klingon, I get to work for double.
Oh, all right. He's a Klingon. He's not a Klingon.
He is a Klingon.
He is not a Klingon.
He is a Klingon. All right.
2, 1.
Oh, God, if that dude's not a Klingon, Becca's gonna be pissed at me. All right, moving on to our ships. We, of course, have the Discovery on the top, and then we have the Orville on the bottom. You have 60 seconds.
I'm going to give you 60 seconds first.
On the Orville?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, first, I just have to mention that it's not a real dumb ship. The Discovery looks like a dreidel. Every time it goes to black alerts, it's like... I mean, I thought it was silly when I first started watching Next Generation and they separated, and like, no. But that's till I saw the Discovery and it looks like a yo-yo, like... I mean, I cannot handle it. It's just so silly. The Orville is sleek. It's classic. Those quantum engines will take whatever the Discovery... Those nacelles, like, they don't stand a chance. Quantum speed just blasts light speed, you know.
No.
All right, yep.
You're gonna. All right.
I'll give up my 12 seconds. Go.
All right. So number one, look at the design of that thing. It's asymmetric. Yes, it is asymmetrical. And once you see that, you cannot unsee it. All right. So one time they showed a shuttle trying to land in the back of that thing. How bad is a design flaw that you've got to like fly around your engine to get into the ship without like crashing into it? You've got to fly right through the top one. And as far as look at the beauty that is Discovery. Do you ever see like the thing spin independently of the rest of it? That's awesome. And the capabilities of all right, so how does the Spore drive stack up against Quantum drive? Sorry, no contest. The thing can pop in and out and just destroy the Orville. Destroy it.
Apparently we both only need 48 seconds.
All right.
All right, so 30-second rebuttal. One, the Orville doesn't need to almost kill its chief engineer every time it goes to warp. And
he signed up for that.
You can't talk. And I say being asymmetrical is an advantage because then you don't have OCD officers like just losing their mind all the time. And you don't have to go around the engines. You just go over the top, lower yourself, and then forward. You don't have to go like... And that's... All right, now you're 30 seconds.
Unlike Star Trek. We just go right into the shuttle bay. Right into the shuttle bay.
All right, so we're done. Moving on to our final segment is the enemies, the Klingons versus the Krill. And I'm you're gonna have to talk me out of just forfeiting this round. You can see the Klingons; they're just laughing.
Yeah,
they're even being compared.
Rob Lowe.
All right. How about So I'll argue for I'm going to argue original Klingons, and you can tell me why these Klingons are superior. Go.
All right, I actually. All right, so I got to say something about the Krill first. Whenever we first talked about this, I knew this question was going to come up. And I'm like, God, what am I going to say about the Krill? You can't defend those. There's nothing
I know.
there.
That's why I was just like,
Yeah,
you win
really
this
bad.
one.
But I like these Klingons a lot because there is some cultural diversity in them. They did a really good job about showing the individual houses and the individual Klingons. I did have a problem with some of the shiny, like real glossy Klingon stuff. I guess there was some aesthetic reasons why they did that. But I think overall, as far as a depiction of a species, they're spot on.
I read that the cameras that they used are so advanced. Yeah, they're so high depth that you can see the latex. Yep. So they had to put like a gloss finish over it digitally. But yeah,
that was bad.
The Krill are religious fanatics, and they're crazy, and we're not even going to talk about them.
They look like snake people.
But like, I was thinking they kind of look like. Did you ever see the Super Mario Brothers movie? They kind of look like the Koopas.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
What were we talking about?
I don't know, but the Klingons definitely got this one.
But
you were gonna talk about original Klingons, like from the '60s Klingons?
Yeah, sure. They look like people!
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I don't get. Okay, so, of course, in Star Trek, the original series, Klingons just look like people.
Yeah.
They just have, like, these big mustaches. And then, all of a sudden, in Star Trek, the motion picture, they look like how...
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And that goes into all the movies, Star Trek The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, blah, blah, blah. Until Star Trek After Darkness, or about... Blah. Star Trek Into Darkness. Mm-hmm. Then we have this new redesign. And a lot of people say, "Oh, these guys are new to Discovery," but it was actually in Star Trek Into Darkness. Mm-hmm. So there's an episode of Deep Space Nine where they go back in time.
Was it Deep Space or was it Next Gen?
It was Deep Space Nine because it was Cisco.
Yeah, because Cisco's there. Yep.
So where Cisco, O'Brien, Worf, and Dax and Bashir go back in time to the Trouble with Tribbles episode. And they're actually in the bar where that bar fight happens on the space station. Yep. And they're grilling Worf like these are Klingons. What happened? And so they made a canon acknowledgement of this contradiction without explaining it, and it works because Worf just says it's something we don't discuss in the Empire.
They handled that perfectly,
which is so clever.
Yeah. They did a good job with that.
But now, it's like, what?
Yeah, how do we explain that?
Oops. Alrighty. Because this takes place before the original series. Yeah. So are we going to go talk to, like, Klingons from the original series, and they're going to go back in time and see Star Trek Discovery Klingons, and they're going to be like, yeah, we don't talk about that. Unless this feeds into the mirror universe theory that we're actually in the mirror universe. Yeah. And this is what Klingons look like in the mirror universe.
I would love that. Wouldn't that be cool if they invade?
Cool AF.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
That'd be really cool. I am so thirsty.
I think we have established that
the Orville is superior.
Is the best in every way.
Okay, so with this, there was a little of acting in this, and I love both shows.
I watched both of them at the exact same.
I watched, and I love them both, and I'm not actually sure that I could say that I prefer one over the other. However, I will say that when I'm watching the Orville, I feel like I'm watching something that's Star Trek, and when I'm watching Star Trek, I feel like something that some producer said, "Hey, people like Game of Thrones and Walking Dead. Let's make a Star Trek that's like that."
Yeah, yep. I agree with Sam.
What did Sam say?
We have an online comment. Isaac loses. Your argument is invalidated by Ron's superior intellect.
I refuse to believe that Sam Houck watches the Orville.
But he recognizes superior intellect.
I refuse to believe that you have superior intellect.
Instead of Ron or Con, it's Ron.
All right. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep.
We have a sale.
Good debate. We do have a sale. Does that mirror you?
You are blue.
I am blue.
You've been blue for 42 episodes.
Well, there's yellow and green too. So we're gonna have a sale in honor of the unglued set coming out. We're gonna have 20% off the unglued and unhinged Magic singles, which we do have a plethora.
But we have a complete set of both that will be entering the inventory this week.
Yep.
And those are legal in Commander till January 15th. So now's the time to pick those up.
Get them while you can.
Yep.
All right. So we got some social medias.
Yeah, do have some social medias. Would you please like us at facebook.com/4horsemancomics. Follow us on Instagram at 4horsemancomics. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/4horsemancomicsgaming. Follow us on Twitter at the number 4horsemancomics. And watch all of our streaming content at twitch.tv/4horsemancomics. And shop our TCG inventory at shop.4horsemancomics.com.
All right, so whenever that screen is up, I'm usually making fun of everything that Ryan's saying, and Alex thought it'd be funny to turn my camera back on. Good job. That's one.
All right, should we do the Scooby-Doo ending or the regular ending?
Scooby-Doo. What's the Scooby-Doo ending?
You are just punting it with the Wayne's World references.
Need to watch that movie.